I'm going to explore a few ways of blending colors. We'll move from yellow, red, burnt sienna, crimson, through purple into ultramarine blue, all colors transitioning harmoniously along the color wheel. Let's start with lemon yellow. Next, I'm adding cadmium yellow. It's a warmer yellow. Now I'm bringing in vermilion red. It's an orange red. So I'm placing all these colors next to each other and take a clean brush and blend right on the edge where the colors meet. The key is I only move the brush in one direction, top to bottom. Now my brush is contaminated, so I wash it, wipe it. I use just a touch of water to gently soften the edges. Only a little water because the paint is already starting to move. So I blend the yellow into the next color, washing the brush again and using clean water where needed. You can add more water, but be careful. Too much and you lose control. Just like this. Now I need to dry my brush. It needs to be quite dry for the next step. I mix red with the orange on my palette. That gives me an orange red. And I place it here. The best blending happens while the paint is still wet. If I want to brighten it, I have to add a warm yellow. I'm adding cadmium yellow to brighten that part. Vermilion is quite strong in this case, overpowers the whole. Here is a common mistake. My brush is contaminated with the previous color, red. If you go back and forth like this, you drag dirty paint across the surface and contaminate everything. So instead, work from one side and stop. Because that is quite dirty now, contaminated with red, so I'm adding more yellow and gently pull it into the orange, but just working from one side, top to bottom or left to right. Next I'm adding burnt sienna, place it next to the red and blend where they meet. I'm adding more red to the left to revive the blend as it's starting to dry. But still, one direction only, top to bottom or left to right, not both. Don't forget to wash and dry your brush in between the colors. Now I'm adding alizarin crimson, which is a cooler red, leaning towards purple. I place it next to the burnt sienna and blend upwards. My brush is slightly damp and I'm moving in one direction. You can see a smooth transition. If I want it softer, I take a clean dry brush and lightly drag the paint. You have to feel it, not force it. Now purple into blue. I mix the blue slightly into the purple first, so the transition makes sense. Then I place more blue on the edge. If I need more purple, red or yellow, I go back and add it to that layer of color, making sure my brush is clean and not contaminated. And I keep my brush strokes in one direction. Now we can step back and look what we've created. It's a full transition of yellow into orange, red, crimson, purple into blue. It's a smooth color journey across the color wheel. Now let's try a different method. This time I pre-mix the colors. I start with yellow and white and place a good amount on the surface. Then I mix the next steps. Yellow into orange. I place each color next to the other. Now I take a soft dry brush. Very important, the brush must be dry. And I gently blend across. Because the brush is soft, it creates a much smoother transition. Next I take red and deeper red and place the colors next to the other. And once again I take a soft dry brush and gently blend across. It's very important, the brush must be dry. Because the brush is soft, it creates a much smoother transition. But I have to keep cleaning it. If I go back in it with a dirty brush, everything becomes muddy. So I wash it, dry it well, even on the back of my hand, and then I continue with my blending. You can use small circular movements, but very lightly. Be gentle with this. Now the final method, blending on a wet surface. I wet the paper first, then I add lemon yellow. I add the next color and I make sure that the color is more fluid. And next color, very watery. Now I let the water do the work and allow it to spread. I clean my brush between the colors and guide the flow. The water creates the blend for me. This works beautifully for soft skies, water or very loose effects, but control is lower. If there is too much water, use paper towel to lift it. It absorbs the excess and can create beautiful textures. So these are three approaches: blending with brush control, blending with a soft dry brush, and blending with water. Each one gives a different result. And now you can choose what works best for your painting.